Hi guys. Today I'm standing in my usual spot, but a couple things are different. Number one, I am still wearing my pajamas, and number two, it is my surgery day. I can't believe it's finally here. So I'm just going to talk a little bit. I'm not sure all the different things that I'm going to cover. I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to try to keep it to 10 minutes. So we'll see what I can fit in 10 minutes. So if you've watched anything I've done before, I had a pretty strict 14-day liquid diet. And I only did 13 days because I started a day late. So I did 13 days of a strict liquid diet. I did not cheat even once during the 13 days. You won't mention the first day. However, I'm very disappointed that I only lost 7.2 pounds during my liquid diet. You know, I was really hoping that it was the liquid diet was going to be the thing that I lose like 15, 20 pounds to add on to the number that I've already lost. But oh well, whatever. My body doesn't seem to like really low calories. And so, you know, I think that was it. I think I was just eating too few calories for my body to really lose weight. So, when I started this whole process in May of this year, I weighed 286.6. And today, my surgery day, my weight was 251.8. So I have lost a total of 34.8 pounds in 7 months. And you know what? I am very proud of that. I mean, during those 7 months, I had my birthday where I went to Vegas. And then there was Thanksgiving, there was Christmas, there was New Year's. And so throughout all of that, I lost 34.8 pounds. You know, that never happens. So I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased. So, my surgery is later on today. It's at 2:30, and it's only about 9:40 right now in the morning. And so I didn't sleep very well last night. I kept waking up every few hours, and so I finally got out of bed at 8. And so I've just been, you know, getting things together. I posted my YouTube video that I did last night, and so that is up and running. And now I'm just waiting, really, because I have everything together. I don't really have anything else that I need to do. I'm waiting until the last minute to take my shower since I have really dry skin, and since I can't use any soaps, since I can't use any lotions or anything like that, I'm going to wait till the last second to get into the shower so that I can delay how long I have to walk around with dry, itchy skin. But one thing that I want to talk about that you may find interesting is some of the dreams that I've had the past few nights. Now, last night was just crazy, and maybe I'm so tired that I barely remember my dreams. I had weird dreams about my cholesterol. It was like my cholesterol level was sky high, and it was like constantly increasing. Even after I'd had the surgery, it kept going up. That was weird because actually I've always had very low cholesterol, no matter whether I'm eating a healthy diet, whether I was eating badly, whether I was gaining, losing. My cholesterol has always been low, and so have my triglycerides have always been very, very low. So that's not something that I ever have to worry about. So I don't know why I was worried about it in my dream. It's very odd. And also in my dream, I remember I had one of those I don't know what you call them, the spirometer things that you have when you're in the hospital to try to expand your lungs and everything. So I had one of those, but it was filled with water, and then I was supposed to breathe through the water or make it bubble or something. I don't know. I mean, you know how dreams are. It was just really crazy. So, but that was last night. But I did have some very clear dreams the nights before that. So the night before last was one of the most interesting dreams. So let me give you a little bit of background because you know how dreams tend to incorporate things from your real life. So in my real life, the house that I'm in now, I purchased it about a year and a half ago, maybe a year and 3 months ago. And it's 18 years old. And when I bought the house, everything looked perfect. It was just a beautiful house, well kept. And then after I was here for about 9 or 10 months, all of a sudden cracks have been appearing. And, some of the places, it's obvious, it's settling, whatever. But then some places, it's very odd for there to be cracks there. So I'm a little concerned about some of these cracks that I'm seeing in my house. But it's not something that I think about or worry about on a daily basis. Okay, so in this dream that I had the night before, the cracks kept expanding and just kept appearing. Like every morning I'd wake up and there'd be another crack, and the cracks were getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually walls started falling down. I'd walk through my house and a wall would be leaning on another wall, and there would be these huge cracks that you could reach your hand through. And eventually this one area of my house, all of these, like, it was a corner. And so all the walls to the corner like split apart to the cracks. And then, behind all of it, I could see like this room that I never knew was there before. And, the whole tone of this dream was a nightmare. This was a nightmare because my house was falling apart. And I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if one morning I was going to walk up and there weren't going to be any walls left, and what was I going to do. And I still remember, though, the feeling that I had when I came downstairs in the dream and I saw the corner that had been exposed and I saw this hidden room. And it was actually at that point in my dream that was a nightmare that I realized that maybe this isn't a nightmare. I actually realized that in the dream. And I remember waking up and realizing that that really wasn't a nightmare, because that's what I'm about to do with this surgery, with this whole process, with my life. I'm about to crack things open and change things and maybe discover things about myself that I didn't know was there. And I'm excited about it, but I understand, it's also scary. And so that's kind of the tone of that particular dream. And the night before I had that dream, I actually had a really good surgery dream. I dreamed that, I was one of those few people where I woke up from surgery and I was like, did you do the surgery? Because I feel so good. I don't even feel like I went through surgery. And then the surgeon comes in and he's like, you know what? When we got in there, we could tell that you had done such a good job on your liquid diet, and it made the surgery so easy. You're the perfect patient. And I remember walking around the hospital and doing laps and just thinking, wow, I can't believe I did it. I'm on the loser's bench and I feel great. I mean, like, I felt exactly the way I feel now, like normal, like I hadn't had any surgery. Even my incisions didn't even hurt. It was like, well, I couldn't even believe it. And I woke up from that dream smiling, and I was so happy, except for the moment when I realized that it was a dream and that it wasn't true, that I really haven't had the surgery yet, and I don't know how I'm going to respond to the surgery. But today when I'm in the hospital, I am going to bring back the feeling of that dream. I'm going to focus on that. And so that's the exaggerated version, but maybe that's what's going to make it easier for me to focus on that. So I'm going to focus on that feeling. And then hopefully, that will, help. What's the word? I'm so tired. It's going to help me have a better, recovery process. Let me just say that. I'm excited. If you follow me on Instagram, yesterday morning while I was taking a shower, I kind of had a panic attack. I don't have panic attacks. I don't have anxiety attacks. I'm not one of those people that, those are not my issues. I don't have panic or anxiety. But yesterday, I had what could only be called a panic attack. I was taking my shower and then I started thinking about all the things that I had to do because, stupidly I had saved so much stuff to the last second. And even as I was taking the shower, I was on my way to get a facial. And I had wished that I had canceled the facial because it's like, why did I schedule this facial when I have all these other things that I need to get done right before my surgery? So it's like I was thinking of all the things that I had to get done. And then I started thinking about the idea that tomorrow is my surgery day and oh my God, I'm about to have surgery. And my heart started racing. It was beating out of my chest. And I got dizzy and lightheaded and I started getting a throbbing headache. And then I realized that I wasn't breathing right. I was short of breath. I got out of the shower and I was trying to calm myself down. I could barely even focus. I took some Tylenol and then I just tried to get myself together and I got to my facial. And once I got into the room, I said to the woman, because she asked me, what type of facial, what are you looking for? And I said, well, the truth is that I have surgery tomorrow and I don't even know if I should have had a facial today. And she was so warm and supportive. She's like, oh, what surgery are you having? So I just went ahead and told her. And she was so excited for me. I don't know why. I didn't ask her. Of course, I didn't ask her if she knew someone who had the surgery or if she had the surgery herself. But it was obvious that she knows something about it because she just seemed so excited for me. And then I told her I just want whatever is the most relaxing facial, and then remove my blackheads. I have a history. I get a lot of blackheads, so it's like remove blackheads and then a relaxing facial. And sure enough, the facial relaxed me. It wasn't only the facial, but it was the what do you call people that do facials? Anyway, it was the woman. Stephanie was her name. It was Stephanie. It was how Stephanie made me feel during the facial and how supportive she was. And so during the facial, I was able to calm down and then I was ready to tackle the day and get all the things done that I saved to the last second. So I am going to stop this now because I'm at 13 minutes and I might go ahead and attach another video. Maybe, we'll see. I want to show you what I am able to eat once I'm released from the hospital, what my diet is going to look like and the things that I have purchased for that diet. So I may or may not attach that to this video, or it's going to be coming up later in another video. I don't know. But thank you everyone for your well wishes on Instagram and on YouTube and Facebook, but I don't think any of you are on Facebook with me. And I'm talking about my regular Facebook page where I'm in some of the secret groups. Anyway, I'm rambling. I will see you guys later once I am on the loser's bench. Bye.